I want you to listen closely. This simple guide will give you everything you need to improve your football IQ and master the basics of Rematch. No fancy mechanics, no broken dribbles. Today we'll talk about the only fundamentals that will make you rank up coming from an elite player, and I guarantee at the end of this video you'll be better at Rematch. There are three core principles that are critical to know and understand: space, positioning, and movement. Plus, there's one very important skill that helps you implement those fundamentals. We'll talk about it at the end of this video. First things first, the most important currency in this game is space. Space is any part of the pitch without defenders, areas that open up when teammates or opponents shift. And you must care about space because space equals time. The more space you have when receiving the ball, the more time and freedom you get to think and then act. Let's break down this very common scenario. Both defenders push wide, which gives the keeper tons of space and time to move forward. That leaves this defender in a tough spot. They must choose between pressuring the keeper or marking the attacker. A lose-lose situation. Look what happened. Yes, the goal was scored by the striker, but the real reason the chance existed was because the defenders created that space for the keeper and he exploited it. Football isn't just about what you do with the ball, it's also about where you are and how you move when you're off the ball. Let's talk positioning. Too many new players chase the ball without thinking. Please remember this: off the ball, your job is simple: create or fill space. Let's look at another example. In this clip, I noticed that my mate over here wants to make a run, so I decided to move to the opposite side, forcing the defender to follow me, opening up a lot of free space for them on the wing, and led to my team having an amazing scoring chance. What about filling spaces? Move into empty areas and form wide triangles. Triangles naturally open up diagonal passing angles, far more effective at breaking down defenses. By doing that, you make it much harder for the opposition to defend and easier for your teammates to attack or pass. To put it simply, spot those moments when everyone's playing wide. Take these opportunities to exploit the open space in the center. And if the play is already unfolding through the middle, make a sharp run wide to stretch the defense and open up more space or better passing options for your teammates. Defensively, always mark a man, not the ball. See your team clustered together, that's your cue. Fill the open gap, that's your responsibility. You must be the smartest player on the field. Bonus defense tip: position yourself between your opponent and the ball and use extra effort to intercept passes. When you're closer to the ball's path than they are, you'll reach it first and have the upper hand. And the little boost will give you a priority over your opponent if they don't use it too. Now let's talk about movement. I'm going to say it loud. Please pass the ball. Like seriously, football is about movement. Move the ball to create danger. Dribbling may look flashy, but passing is almost always the smarter choice. If you doubt me, just rewatch the game prologue. It speaks for itself. The ball doesn't always have to go forward. Don't be afraid to pass backwards. This will change your team's tempo, forcing the opponent to shift and open new lanes. Moving the ball moves the opposite team, and moving the opposite defense creates space. Let's have a look again at that clip. Before the first pass, there was no viable solutions for the player on the ball. But the moment the pass behind was done, the enemy defense lost track of what they were supposed to do, because suddenly there's a fifth player on the field to deal with. Quick and first touch passes are a secret weapon. After all, no player can run faster than the ball, and that's why moving the ball quick is the best strategy in the game. Okay, Now, let's address the elephant in the room. You are probably typing, yeah, cool, but my teammates doesn't pass the ball. And yes, I know, solo queuing can be tough. But what happens when you get the ball? Do you truly make a difference? Do you never make mistakes? Focus on your own gameplay. The truth is, if you're playing solo, you have to compensate for your team's mistakes and be good. Over the course of 100 matches, the only constant is you. Improve your football IQ, intercept those balls with flawless positioning, do the correct pass, be the reason your team doesn't concede any goal, and be the reason your team wins. Now that we've seen the 3 core fundamentals, here's the real skill you need to master the field: awareness. This is the glue that holds positioning and movement together. Being aware of the game's flow helps you know where to be and how to act. You need to always ask yourself these 3 questions while playing. Where are my teammates? Where are the opponents? Where is the space? You can use your eyes to find these answers, but what about the things you can't see? Look at your minimap. Without cheating, tell me in the comment, how often do you look at the minimap? That little radar gives you instant clarity on what's happening around you. If you can't see it well, you can always resize it in the game settings. You can also decide to have it to stay static or rotate with your character's orientation, which is definitely useful. To show how often I want you to look at the radar, as an elite player, I recorded this gameplay using an eye tracker. In this sequence, you can see how I only use the radar to position myself while keeping an eye on the ball movement. I see my teammate being on the right side, so I decided to go left to spread the defense. Because everyone seems to be far away, I understand that the space in the middle is completely free and decide to go in. This simple decision gave me enough time to plan my next move and score that goal. Now have a look at this. Again, by quickly keeping an eye on the radar, I am able to keep in check a potential pass to these 2 at the bottom. And because I can see the marking mistake from my defenders and the enemy coming in the radar, blocking the incoming cross is an easy job. Alright, I do have a challenge for you to train your minimap awareness. Jump into the protect the ball training and focus on avoiding tackles without moving your camera. Rely only on your minimap and audio cues to locate approaching opponents. Make sure to avoid the tackles using tap, so it forces you to still look at where the ball is going before looking down. If that's too difficult, use regular dribbles instead. But please do not cheat by looking only at the minimap. The goal of this drill is to train your ability to quickly gather information from both your camera view and what's happening behind you simultaneously. Once doing that for more than a minute is easy for you, I want you to jump into a match with only one goal. Force yourself to look at the minimap every time you position yourself. Trying to keep in check the attackers behind you? Look at the minimap first. Going in the middle to create a triangle? Look at the minimap first. Going wide to stretch the defense? Look at the minimap first. Build the habit. It's going to take time, but soon you'll start to rely on the minimap without even thinking. Depending on your current skill level, this might feel like a lot, and you may play slower at first. That's totally normal and part of growth. Also, keep this video bookmarked. Return whenever you need a reminder. Alright, now you might be wondering, what about the skill moves? The wave dashes, blade shots? Sure, they're fun, but understanding how football works and mastering passing are the only skills you truly need to play the beautiful game. A legend once said, playing football is very simple, but playing simple football is the hardest thing there is. But if you still want to dive into fancy mechanics, see you in the next tutorial.